Well, we are starting on a new and probably crazy mission, but I'm going to try something and just see. Maybe somebody will weigh in here after I, of course, publish the video after I've already done this, but we are going to try a crop of fall potatoes in Southeast Texas. So I'm doing this purely as a test, really. I planted, had a really good crop of potatoes this spring, best I've ever had. And at the same time, somebody started a new little farmer's market group in town. And so I sold some of the potatoes in the farmer's market, and they sold very well, surprisingly well. Which is funny because, when I think about a market garden, I would think don't grow the things that are really cheap in the grocery store. But the difference is these are fresh, local, new potatoes. So anyway, as a test, we're going to see, because obviously it's way too hot down here in the summer to grow them through the summer, but I'm hoping I can get them in the ground. It is August 6th today. I'm going to get them cut tonight, let them dry for a day or two to scab over, and get them in the ground as quick as I can after that. But I have 50 pounds of seed potato. I got them, it says they're Harvest Gold potatoes. I don't think that was, they should be red potatoes. Harvest Gold, I think, is the brand. I think Pomme de Terre maybe is the potato, because they're supposed to be a red potato, which these are obviously pretty brown, but these are also old seed potatoes. I think these were 2019, crop of 2019. So these were 2020 seed potatoes, and of course we're late in 2020 at this point. But yeah, so my goal is to do this as a test, because my hope is to get them in the ground now while it's, it's hot, but the plants are going to be able to get up and they're going to stay, young. And as long as I keep them watered, I think the young seedlings are going to grow very well with the heat, I'm hoping. And hopefully they just, by the time they really start to get to be a big bush and they want to put on tubers, hopefully it's starting to cool off and they don't burn up on me. But we're going to find out. And, I'm going to do it this year with no sort of season extension, no sort of protection. If they do get burned up, maybe we consider in the future we'll try something like a hoop house for like a shade tunnel or something. But I really think if I can bring new potatoes to the market in the fall when no one is selling fresh new potatoes, they might do really, really well. So I hope. So based on my 2020 spring dig, I got right at 10 pounds potato per pound of seed potato. So at 50 pounds of seed, we could have 500 pounds of actual dug potatoes, which would be pretty incredible. I was selling them for $2 a pound, so that could be $1,000. That would be, of course, if everything sold, which it won't, I'm sure. But, you always look at the high level, knock it in half. Look, even if I only make $500 and my input cost, this 50-pound bag of potatoes, including the shipping, was only $33. I think I caught kind of an end-of-season sale. But, including the shipping was only $33. And so if I can plant them, let them go for 100 days and I don't really have to do anything, dig them and dig them in a couple hours and get $500, that's, that's not a bad deal. That's what farming's all about. So anyway, I'm going to finish cutting them up. Most of them, like this little one, it's got 2, 3, it's got some more eyes. Like this one, I'll knock it in half. This one's pretty big, but I'll knock it in half also. This one I'll take in half. There's quite a few in here that are little ones like this. They're about the size of a golf ball, and they only have one eye on them. And so, of course, in that case, don't cut them. Just bury the whole thing. But let me get them all cut up. We're just going to throw them in the box for now just to get them sorted. I've never done any sulfur powder or anything on them in the past, so I don't know that I will on these either. For tonight, I just want to get them cut, get them skinning over, and we'll try to get them in the ground in the next couple days. Okay, well, that's done. Didn't fill the box too much, which, this is the box that the bag of potatoes came in, so couldn't have possibly overfilled it. It actually is a little bit less because they, as you cut them and they, kind of fill in the holes. works out. So that's a big mess of potatoes. And I honestly don't have a plan on really what I'm going to do. I've got to go out to the garden and just try to start to figure out where the space is even at to start planting all these things. I probably need to go next door and bring home a whole bunch more manure if I can. And it seems like there's never enough hours in the day. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do this year, what I want to try to do with these anyway, is grow them in straw bed or a hay bed. And I just bought all those hay bales that I told you guys about for mulching the grass in. And I explained in that video, I believe, that I can also use it in the garden. So I think that's probably what we'll be doing. So I'll probably put out just like a pretty small bed of compost, really, to kind of set these potatoes on, and then just hay in around them. And I don't know, maybe I'll find time in the future and I'll haul in more compost to stack up around them. I don't really know, but this first part was done. I've been putting it off and avoiding all the cutting. But really, it didn't take me, 30, maybe 40 minutes to cut them all up. And that was just, I wasn't really even trying to hurry, just kind of piddling along with a knife and watching a TV show. So that part's done. That will put a little bit more pressure on me to actually get them in the ground too.